Three. Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Kageyama, and I'd like to welcome everyone here to be your own hero. And that's what this channel is all about, is advocating for yourself and to become your hero in your personal journey. I'm a stage 4 prostate, bone, and lung cancer patient, and I've been battling cancer now for going on 2 years, and I'm doing so much better. And I absolutely love doing this and sharing the experience with other people, great people, such as the person I have today. And I have a young lady named Pamela Mccolloch, who's just a wonderful, wonderful person. And I'm so excited to get ready to talk to her. I don't have any new health updates, although I'm going to a new doctor this week to check out a leg that's been constantly bothering me. So I'm excited to explore that avenue, but I'll give an update on a future video if there is one. But at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Pamela Mccolloch. Please introduce yourself and share with us a little bit about you.
Hello, Mark. Thank you so much for having me, and hello to everybody in the community. We are we are all in a certain tribe, aren't we? And so I appreciate it. So I'm Pamela, and let's see about me. I'm a mother, a grandmother, um, a podcaster, and two-time cancer survivor of colon and liver cancer. And I have been cancer free for, oh gosh, 8 years now. And I still get seen twice a year. So you know, cancer really never goes away, but I promise you it does get better. There is hope.
Yeah, we're kind of chuckling here at the beginning because uh, this is the third time we've tried to shoot this video, so we're bound and determined to make it happen. And we've spent time. Yesterday we shot it, and I went to upload it, and then I went to go do something, came back, and poof, it was gone. So we want to make sure that we're able to post this one, and we're really excited about it. So let's get this interview on the road, because I'm really excited to talk to Pamela and hear about her journey, because she is one incredible person, and she does so many different things, and I'm really excited about this. So Pamela, can you please share with us uh, the beginning of your cancer journey, what happened, and tell us that story, please.
I sure will. I was 48, and I've always been skinny and healthy and a yogi, always ate salads and thought I did the right things. And at this age, all of a sudden, I started getting bigger in the middle. And I thought, well, menopause is not for me. I do not want to be doing this. And it got worse and worse. And then there was pain involved. And one day I woke up and knew there was something very wrong and went to the doctor. And after numerous tests, they found that I had a stage 3B colon cancer. So I had had the tumor growing in me, they said, for about 3 years. And I had no idea until it got to the point where my body was screaming. So at the time, I was in a high level sales environment and a single mom. And I just didn't have time for for any of this. But I got through it, and major surgeries, double dose of chemo. I worked the whole time. I had to, I pay the mortgage. So, and take care of my boy. So I went through that. And 1 year later, after being declared cancer free and rang the bell, did all the stuff, took my warrior group on a cruise. The people that helped me with the chemos, I took them all on a cruise and got back. And a couple of days later, I got the call that the the last scan wasn't good after all. and that they had found cancer in my liver. So, you know, another blow, another, hit by a brick for a second time. And so I was determined to fight it again. Um, my liver surgeon, he was a transplant surgeon, but that's who operated on me. Um, when he was preparing to take half of my liver out that was full of cancer, um, I asked him when nobody else was around, I said, Doctor, what are my chances? And he looked at me very sad and said, 50-50. And he was being generous. Again, that was 8 years ago. I'm still here by the grace of God, and I'll never stop fighting.
Please share with us what you shared with me about when you went back to talk to your doctor. I love that.
So he gave me the 50-50, and I said, okay. And I went through that surgery, and I had gone through many during this 2-year period. But that one was really, really hard. I almost didn't make it just because of the loss of blood and everything, but I did, of course. And I was just very, very sick. But I was in the hospital for a week, and I got home and begin recovery at home. And a week after returning home, I had a follow-up with the surgeon. And by God, I put on makeup and a dress and little heels and marched in there, and his jaw dropped. He couldn't believe how good I looked. And I told him, I said, my God doesn't do statistics. You may do them, but my God doesn't. And I'm not getting sick again. And again, that was 8 years ago.
Awesome. Awesome. If I could, I'd give you a standing ovation for that. That is fantastic. And that goes back to uh, doctors have their place in the world. They do have knowledge about if they're in a college, they do have knowledge about cancer, but it's so wrong that they give these diagnoses about how much a person has to live. And people take it the wrong way because of the way our society is. They've been taught that the doctor is right and what he says is right. And nobody knows. No human being knows how long another human being is going to live. No way.
Cancer or no cancer. Yes.
Yes, absolutely right. So I love what you did. That is fantastic. And I wish. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. In a way, cancer, I don't want to say it's a gift, because especially for you, because you're still in the throes of it, but you're almost to the other side of healing. But it's almost it's almost a gift, because it really makes you look at things, your life, in so much differently. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Um, being grateful for every day waking up, being grateful. I had so many surgeries. I mean, it was months before I could lay on my stomach. Now I sleep on my stomach and just spread out, and just the beauty of every little thing, that some people may not even know that it's a gift, because it's just taken for granted. So
Yeah, I totally agree with you. For me, it has been, people think I'm crazy when I say I'm so thankful for the results of what cancer has brought to my life, because it's changed my life, it's changed me, and it's
yes,
really helped me open my eyes to what is really, really important in life.
yes, yes,
And sometimes you have to have your back against the wall of something really, really serious in order to appreciate what you have every single day.
So
So
true.
yes, yeah, I think wording it is important for other people to hear, but in talking to you, I know exactly what you're saying. Uh, it is life changing, no question. But
Yes.
the path you take in that life change is up to you, and so for that, I am so thankful for having the experience. Because there was a lot of doubt when I was diagnosed. I didn't I didn't know if I was going to be around, and so I set my first goal as making my birthday in June. I was diagnosed in early 2021, and so when you start setting goals for yourself that are in front of you and you start making them, that helps to give you confidence, and
It
and then
sure does.
and then you start seeing things differently, and that's the beautiful part.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So question for you. So you've uh, had a relapse. What was your mindset? Did your mindset change from the first diagnosis to the second one?
Well, they were both pretty much panic mode. Um, not for myself. It was not a self-absorbed situation for me. And being a Christian all my life and knowing um, that I have an eternal life in heaven, I'm not afraid to die. But my concern both times was my son. And he was 13, and I just did not I was in fear of him not having me to raise him. And that was my biggest burden. Um, the, the first one was a shock. And the second one, there was really, I may not make it, and I've got to prepare for this. So they both had different aspects to them psychologically and how I dealt with it and move forward. They were the same yet different.
Did you have more confidence the second time or not?
I did because I prayed and I said, God, there's nothing that you're going to put in front of me that we can't deal with together. So I'm there's a reason I'm going through this. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to trust you. And um, I got to tell you, Mark, I had to truly, through tears and constant prayer, come to the fact I was so worried about my son. And God finally told me, I love him more than you love him. So you have to trust me no matter the outcome. I will take care of you and him no matter what happens. And when I realized that, I think that's when I was healed.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Um, so let's talk about after you relapsed and you started on a second journey. And uh, can you talk about that? How that went and some of the things that you started to do?
Yes, I prayed a lot. I got very, very close to God. I started, I always ate well, but in researching cancer, I realized that cancer is basically 101 inflammation. It really is. It's the body that is got bad cells through inflammation, and they multiply and then they attack tissue or bone, however it forms. And I started researching pH balance, and I come to to learn that if your body is not in a perfect homeostasis acidically, then that can, cause disease. So I started taking a lemon, an organic lemon, and to this day, it's been 8.5 years. Every morning, I squeeze an organic lemon in a glass of water, and I drink it through, and they say that in doing this, it's like taking a shower inside of your body. It cleans your stomach and your liver and your kidneys, and it puts you in a pH balanced state for the whole day. I'm not sure. I've got a whole list of things that tricks and tips that I share, and that's the one I think that has really turned my health around.
And I'm in total agreement with you because I do the same thing. I totally believe it. And it's so fun for me when I hear somebody say they drink lemon water. I was like, yay, that that is awesome.
It's interesting because, the first couple months it's like, now I could not think about putting sugar or anything in it. I'd never put sugar. You can't. You really need it in its purest form. But now I crave it. My body wants this lemon water. And if I'm traveling and there's no fresh lemon, I'm thinking, oh no. So this is not the way to start the day. So it is something that you really, if the listeners are saying, oh, it's too sour, you get used to it and your body will really learn to love the citrus.
Yes, and it does make a difference for anyone. It doesn't matter if you have cancer or not. It's really, really good. And I have people who try it for the first time, and after a while they say, I don't know about this when they first try because their body's not used to it. But after a while they come back and they say, wow, I notice a difference and I feel this and I feel that. And that's what it does.
Yes.
So on your journey, one of the things that you did was to write a book. Can you share with us your experience with writing that book and why you wrote the book?
I would love to. Thank you. When I was first diagnosed, a dear friend sent me a care package from Stronghold Ministry. And Joe Fournier is out of Dallas, Texas. And he wrote a book about his journey. And he was stage 4 or 5, if there is such one. He was at home with hospice, family gathering, and they gave him 2 days to live. And God saved him. And miraculously, it was a miracle, saved him. The book is wonderful, but through reading the book in my very early stages of diagnosis, it gave me hope. I thought, oh my gosh, here's somebody that was on the brink and made it back. And it gave me hope. So because of that book, when I recovered, I decided that I wanted to write one. And if I could reach 1 or 2 or 100 people with giving them hope, that was my job. That was one of the things I was supposed to do from being saved from an early death.
Can you show us the book?
Oh, I just happen to have one right here. It's called, I don't know if you can see it. It's called, can you see that?
Yeah,
Let's,
if you there you go. Hold on. Turn it a little bit because it's kind of showing up black. There you now you disappeared. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay,
Midlife
great.
Cancer Crisis. And as I told you in the beginning, I thought that it was a midlife. I thought it was menopause, and it wasn't. It was a tumor in my colon. So it's kind of a play on words, but it's a fun read. It talks about how I grew up. It's the youngest of 8 children in a family and the dynamics of my mother and father, and how it shaped me to go through this experience in my life. Now, it's not a memoir about every stage of my life, but it just shows little bits on who I am and how I got through this crisis. And again, it's a fun little read. It will make you laugh and it will make you cry. And in the end of the book, I do give my do's and don'ts on being diagnosed and the things that I think that are good, like the organic lemon and many other things. and it shows about my faith in God and um, God's peace that got me through it.
Where can people get the book?
The book you can find on Amazon, and you can get it on Kindle or just get it sent to you. I also have a webpage, PamelaMcCulloch.com, that you can buy it on, and I'll send that, or Mark will have that in the notes, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll put in the description how to get in touch with you and about your book and all that, because we're interested in hearing it.
Thank you
And
so
all,
much.
oh, absolutely. Now, in the background, uh, you have something that says Karma Cover. Can you share with us what that is?
I just happen to have a karma cover back there too. No, really, I was having a hard time getting this off the screen. So, but the karma cover is a product that I manufacture, and it is. I've always loved yoga, but when I was going through chemo, I decided to try hot yoga because I wanted to sweat out the poison that was in me. So I started going to hot yoga, and I still love the practice, but it's done in a 110-degree room. So when you leave that studio, you are soaked, you are drenched in sweat. And I loved everything about the practice, but getting in my car soaked in sweat. So nothing was pure enough that was on the market for me. So I created my own 100% certified organic bamboo car seat cover, and it is machine washable. It's beautiful because there's nothing organic or dyed or synthetic that is next to our body, which, you know, we don't know all the causes of cancer, what we're taking in to cause it. So my life now is one of purity, and this product is definitely that. So um, I also have a podcast, and it's called Be Free Cancer Free. It's 2 minutes a day. I do it for the love of it. There's no ads, there's nothing money making on it. But I encourage people to listen to it because it's 2 uninterrupted minutes a day of positivity. I give tips, I give encouragement and hope, and you can find that podcast on any platform. So if when you're making your coffee in the morning or squeezing your lemon, tune in to the Sea Free Cancer Free podcast.
So give us an example of what would you do tomorrow, for instance, with the podcast?
What would be tomorrow? Can I change that and tell you what I did today?
Sure,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay, thank you. So so today I did a podcast on rebounding, and it really is a significant um, thing to do, and I do it every day. Now, rebounding, and I want people to listen to it, but I'll give you a little snippet. Rebounding is not going from one relationship to the next. Rebounding is jumping on a mini trampoline. Um, so what you do is you can purchase a small trampoline. You can get them for $100 or so. But if you take 10 minutes and jump on it, even passively, it encourages the lymph flow through your body, and it can move all the stuff that shouldn't be there, bacteria and pathogens and toxins. Um, and studies have shown that it can prevent cancer, rebounding, and it can also help treat some cancers because of the fresh oxygen that your body is getting through lymphatic movement and jumping, rebounding. So it's a great thing that I highly recommend.
And I agree with that as well. Uh, I we actually are getting ready for a move, so I just took down our rebounder and kind of packaged it up. But yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
no, we do have one. We did get it at Costco. You could probably find them too on Craigslist or people selling them secondhand as well. So
Yeah, they have secondhand sporting goods stores that you can go to.
yes, yes, that is very true. But let's talk more about your journey. Uh, it's fascinating, all the things that you have done, and it's great, all the things that you have done. Uh, can you share with us what you shared with me in yesterday about wanting to help people that have overcome uh, their chemo journeys and what you would like to do?
Yes, and I really wanted my logo in the background because the logo is the really so important to me, but I'm sorry I'm not prepared with that. But my company is C Free Cancer Free. And I came up with the C Free Cancer Free because one day going through the liver part of my journey, I saw a group of young adults and they were in a 5K run for cancer research. And there was a group of them of about 10 people, and they all had FUCK cancer on their shirt. Well, I totally agree with that, but I'm not going to say it and I'm not going to wear it and proclaim it because, part of having a good mindset is, back up. You can't have a positive um, outcome with a negative thought. It just doesn't work. So I went home that night and said, "See free, cancer free." I want to put that everywhere on my mirror in lipstick, everywhere I go, cancer free, because that's what my goal was, and it worked. So, so I do make T-shirts that say cancer free, and in my logo, the C is the unbound ribbon. So my tagline is untying the ribbon one life at a time because I want to untie that silly cancer ribbon. And my goal is to get to the point where I can, in every hospital, anybody that rings the chemo bell for the last time can get their C-free, cancer-free t-shirt. And I got goosebumps because you know what? I know it's going to happen.
That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. When I was going through chemo and I went through 6 rounds myself, I think the day that I finished, they were having like a shift change, and I wanted to ring the bell, and I never got a chance to do it. But that was one thing I missed out on. But it's okay. Uh,
Yeah, but that's an important thing. It
mhm.
is.
No, I understand that, and because I wanted to do it, but it's okay. We I make it up in many other ways, so I'm okay with it. But I did miss out on that. But so please share with us what is most important. And I already know the answer to it, but what has been most important to you? What have you learned? What is the silver lining of your cancer journey? What is the message that you want to share with people?
The silver lining is, I'll start with the last part. What do I want to share? If somebody listening is newly diagnosed or fighting cancer, I highly encourage you to get to know Jesus Christ, your Savior. And, in this day and time of political correctness, that is my truth. And if people don't want to follow me because of that, I'm sorry, but that's it's the truth. And I encourage anybody to dive into that. Hold on to him and keep your mind right. You can't accomplish something good with negativity. We're all here for a reason. We're not promised anything. We're not promised health. We're not promised tomorrow. So embrace today, love your people, and take care of yourself. Eat right, laugh, have fun, live today.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Before we wrap it up, can you please share with us how people can get in touch with you, what sites you're on, what social media sites, the whole gamut, and then we'll put it in the description so people could reach you.
Thank you so much. I am with the @ sign, y'all know, Pamela Mccolloch, just about on everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. My webpage is PamelaMcCulloch.com. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on, where else am I? I think that's it. Facebook. Please reach out if anybody wants to talk, have questions. I would love to engage in conversation.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Pamela, it's been an absolute honor and a great pleasure to do this with you a third time. And this is the one which is by far the best, I might add. This is the one that's people will see. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And what I'd like to do at this time is to thank everyone for joining us here at To Be Your Own Hero. And as Pamela and I have talked about, tomorrow is not guaranteed. So we have to make the most of our time today. And that is critical. Make the most of every single day. Everything, you can't not experience how beautiful this life really is. So make the most of every single day, every single hour, every single minute, and every single breath. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week on To Be Your Own Hero. Take care.